Right now, over in an urban farm in Malaysia, there's a disabled farmer tracking the soil quality of a single lettuce plant.
Yeah, and because of the very specific way they're tracking that soil, their invisible physical labor is actually being instantly converted into cryptocurrency.
It's wild. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a system that completely shatters the traditional mold of how society measures human potential.
Right. We're looking at how Malaysia is basically redesigning entire systems of education, business, and agriculture to be intensely inclusive.
Exactly. The mission for us today is to really explore how these alternative systems unlock the hidden potential of overlooked communities.
Because if we can understand the mechanics of how they're doing this, you can walk away with completely fresh insights into building equitable pathways to success, like no matter what field you're actually in.
Yeah, and we have a really detailed stack of sources today to figure out how this works on the ground.
We do. We're pulling from a comprehensive UNESCO-backed academic report from the Commonwealth Tertiary Education Facility, which explores flexible learning pathways.
Right, and we're combining that with some localized data from a sustainability training consortium called Think Plus ESG and their Rafida School of Entrepreneurship.
Plus, to see the actual technology in action, we have a transcript from a SUSNet project that details that exact blockchain-based urban farming initiative you just mentioned.
But to really grasp how, a farmer's soil management turns into a digital asset, we kind of have to zoom out first.
Yeah, we have to look at the massive economic bottleneck that forced this innovation to happen in the first place.
Right, so this all starts with the fourth industrial revolution. I mean, we heard that term thrown around a lot, usually meaning like AI and robotics.
Exactly. But it's not just about putting computers on desks. It's really about machines talking to machines, automated factories, cyber physical systems.
And that obviously requires a workforce that actually knows how to manage those highly complex systems.
Right, which brings us to the socioeconomic reality, which presents a massive hurdle here.
Yeah, the academic report gets some pretty stark numbers on Malaysia's labor force.
They are stark. So, out of a 15.6 million person workforce, a staggering 62.3% are categorized as semi-skilled.
Wow, over 60%.
Yeah, and another 13.2% are low-skilled.
So that basically means roughly 75% of the entire workforce does not have the high-level technical skills required to compete in a highly automated, AI-driven global economy.
Exactly. And that 75% isn't just a statistic. I mean, it represents a critical vulnerability for the nation's economic future.
Right.
The government realized that they couldn't just rely on the traditional pipeline of 18-year-old high school grads slowly moving through four-year university programs. The math just doesn't work.
It's too slow. They had to urgently upskill the existing adult workforce.
Yes, and specifically, they targeted the B40 group, which is the bottom 40% of households by income, along with women who had stepped out of the formal workforce.
And the Orang Asli, right, the indigenous populations.
Exactly. Indigenous groups who have historically been pushed to the economic margins.
Okay, let's unpack this because the policy response here is honestly brilliant.
It really is a massive paradigm shift.
Because you can't just tell a 45-year-old single mother or, an indigenous community leader to go back and take high school standardized tests. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't work. So
Yeah,
the government introduced the open entry policy and this mechanism called APILO.
right, APEL, which stands for Accreditation of Prior Experiential Learning.
Yeah. So think about the smartest person you know who never actually finished college.
Oh, I definitely know a few.
Under the APEL system, their lived experience isn't just like a nice little bullet point on a resume.
It acts as a professional passport. I love that analogy. It takes a person's years on the job and literally stamps it as valid academic currency.
Precisely. And the mechanics of how APEL works are what make it so revolutionary. It's a profound shift in how we actually audit human capital.
Because instead of penalizing someone for the classroom time they missed, it measures the competencies they've actually gained in the real world.
Right. A candidate puts together this really comprehensive portfolio. They undergo interviews and they take aptitude tests to map their life experience directly onto university learning outcomes.
And universities like University of Technology, MARA, and Wawasan Open University have really pioneered
They
this.
have. An adult learner can use APEL to gain direct university admission or even bypass introductory classes and